even though there is a lot of talk about how there is AI slop when it comes to making things, I think there is also AI slop when it comes to asking for someone to make you something. For example, we got inquiries from potential customers with high detailed specification, with high detailed briefs, but they were clearly written by AI, which is not a problem at all. But the problem that I have with that is that you don't really know what they actually need and what's their real requirement. Is that just something that AI made up based on the training data that it has, or is it an actual requirement from the client? This is important because if it doesn't come from the client, that means that nobody actually thought about it. So for example, they haven't thought about technology choice, haven't thought about which platform would they like to use, which tech stack would they like to use, where they would like to host. The whole idea about putting together a brief is that you were forced to think about a certain problem and you were forced to put it in writing. Putting ideas out there verbally or in writing means that you have to have a lot of clarity because you have to write it. What happens is that we get this document, we see it as the source of truth, and we base all of our proposals and maybe even actual production based on that. And then finally the client gets to see the end product and it's not what they thought it was, because they never actually written down what they wanted to be. The top-down people don't really know what they're building. The consultants are using AI to come up with that. And now, of course, even developers are using AI to code the software. So it's completely detached from whatever the users actually needed at some point. You used to got a very short brief with not enough details. It was quite reasonable that you say, okay, let's go on a call and let's clarify things. And they were like, yeah, of course. I just sent you one email, of course I need to tell you more. And then you could start building that documentation with them. The briefs that we're receiving recently are detailed, and the people behind them don't really want to take too much time of discussing it, because in their mind, they made perfect RFP. We are unfortunately seeing the gap in communication between a client and the vendor actually getting wider, which is not a good position. And at the end of the day, it's the client who will get worse results. They will get worse products because of that.